ridiculous. You ever go on the internet? It's scary. People say all kinds of stuff. Some of it's true, some of it's not. How do you even know the difference? Well, I know, and I'm here to tell you. I put out a tweet telling people to put out their craziest, most outrageous hot takes and opinions, and it's one of those videos. Yeah, we're going to talk about them here today on Facts or Opinions, and I'm going to tell you what's true and what isn't, because why else are you on YouTube? Let's check it out, shall we? Hot take. This one was not a reply. Wait, I saw this one and I wanted to include it because I'm curious what you guys think. This person doesn't know who I am. They did not tweet at me. They've never heard of me, but I did see this going around a bit. I don't like when these kinds of re-releases include things like save states and rewind features. What should be preserved is the game and how you play them, and these additional bells and whistles encourage you to play inauthentically. Omega 2? You guys are 2ing? I get it though, right? Those games suck. Then don't buy them. Don't buy the game you half like. Buy the game if you like it. Don't if you don't. Don't use them. But then it's so easy to do it, man. Right? You rewind all the time. Yeah, but okay, here's the thing. I do rewind all the time, and I would not have played the games if I wasn't able to rewind. But maybe I don't deserve to play the games. This shit is opinion as hell. Screw what the developer intended. Yeah, but then you're not... Don't you guys care about playing the game as it was? Don't you at all? I do. Even if I don't like it, then don't use it. No, but it's right there. Can it be both? Can it be both just this one time? Can it be both? I unironically agree. I'm saying, like, if you play a re-release of a game, right? But it takes out all the challenge and there's save states and there's rewinds, you don't get the full, like, it's not what it was supposed to be, man. I guess you need it now because, like, if you don't add this now, there's like 5 new games every day. People are gonna say fuck this and play Power Wash Simulator, which is what I'm doing. I'm enjoying Power Wash Simulator for the first time. I'm having a great time. I love it. I don't feel any temptation to use them ever. Okay, okay. Buddha in the chat has achieved Siddhartha. Wow, that's great. Okay, Wukong. Bro, I think he the Monkey King. Okay. VIP that chatter. No, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want for anything. Desire is the root of all suffering. True? Boom. Oh, baby. I wanted to start with this one anyway. The Dreamcast was a shit console that only gets worse with age. The controller is awful, and its library is all mediocre arcade ports that were good enough. Games that thrived way better on better consoles or bad games. It bankrupted Sega for a reason besides ass anti-piracy. Now, I'm going to be a little bit faster tonight because we do have a lot of these to get through. I'm going to be honest. This guy's kind of true. It's not complete ass. It's not complete garbage ass terrible, right? But I think if you went to try to play the Dreamcast, there's not like a ton of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly fighting games or like really experimental weird shit. And the experimental stuff doesn't hold up. Like, I'm not playing Choo Choo Rocket. You love Illbleed? No, see, that's the thing. I love Illbleed as a concept. Illbleed as a concept is amazing. Illbleed as a video game is dog shit. Seaman as a concept is great. Seaman as a game is weird. Shenmue. Great idea. Cool idea. Wow, a living city with routines and interactables and so much cool stuff you could do. And then you play the game, you're like, wow, this sucks. And there is some stuff like Jet Set Radio, which I think is amazing, although some people say hasn't aged well. I don't know. Dreamcast is a mixed bag. But for the most part, no, I do think it's kind of ass. Honestly, unless you really like fighting games, in which case, get an arcade. Also, I do think that the piracy thing was the main issue here. If they didn't have that piracy issue, they'd probably be okay. You could literally burn a CD on your computer and put it in the Dreamcast, and the Dreamcast was so stupid, it would be like, oh, yeah, okay, that looks real. Still better than the Saturn, though. I don't know what the fuck Sega was doing there. Uh-oh! I was excited for that. We're getting all the good ones out of the way right now. Oh, baby. After seeing Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door sales compared to the bad games, I think the open sign is in the way, it seems that sometimes companies may know what they're doing better than the YouTubers' passionate fan bases after all. Wait, how did 1,000-Year Door sell? 1.76 million. They say it's a good start. Origami King sales. 1,000 Year Door Bros, I think you lost. After 2 years versus a few months, do you think something's gonna pick up these sales? Do you like, genuinely, I'm actually asking. It's gotta double. All I know is that Nintendo might be right. I'm an Origami King lover. I like how it went to true. I didn't know. I thought it was mostly opinion, but listen. I am an Origami King believer. I don't love these games, but I do like the way that Nintendo is taking them. The combat is kind of shitty, but I was never a real, like, turn-based guy anyway. I'm going to kind of true on this. I think that the on-blind fan bases could sometimes seem a lot louder than they actually are. But then again, I am a known 1,000 Year Door cynic. I'm not a hater. I wouldn't say a hater, because I think a hater finds reasons and excuses to not like the game. I just see it for what it is, and I'm like, it's okay. You're speaking truth to power. I think it's just ever since Sicker Star, people really hate Paper Mario, like the new gen. And I think they're kind of fucking cool, man. Even Color Splash, the combat was shitty, but I thought it was kind of cool. These games are creative. Shaq Fu! People are too obsessed with needing story-driven games to have voice acting, when sometimes they would just be better delivering through text. No voice acting. Games that have audio logs are especially egregious of this. I would much rather read the exposition than listen to a guy deliver it. A lot of facts here, huh? A lot of readers in chat? Shut the fuck up! Wrong! Wrong! I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong, and you're gonna listen to me. I'm not gonna type it. You know what I think this is? I think my immediate reaction, unironically, streamer is right. Well, Leon, you're not gonna like what I have to say next. The BioShock audio logs are one of the coolest things in any game. I think audio logs, when delivered well, are phenomenal. Like, think about, like, a Resident Evil journal, like the Itchy Tasty thing, or, like, something went wrong in the lab. And then think about, like, Dr. Su Chong losing control of the Big Daddy. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, they both can be used, but I'm a big fan of the audio logs if it's done well. Now, Metal Gear Solid talks too much. I do think Metal Gear Solid talks a little bit too much. Some text is way too much, right? Some dialogue and voice acting, I just want to skip it. But when it's done well, it bangs, man. Also, there's, like, the whole, like, the mechanics have to support it, because if I have to sit there and stare at the audio log while it plays, I'm not doing that. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think you had to do that in Outlast 2, which is why I didn't know the story, because in Outlast 2, you have to read all the audio log. It's so stupid. Disco Elysium without voice acting is not as good. I mean, yes, you're right. You're definitely right, because the voice acting's good. The reason I say that is because there's so much dialogue in Disco Elysium, I skipped a lot of it. Bop! Ouch, man! Oh, dude, I actually really liked this one. If you are not enjoying a game that you are playing, then you shouldn't be obligated to finish it. Yes. Duh. But, I don't know about you guys. I have a little gremlin in the back of my head when I play a game that's like, he kind of picks around in my skull and tells me to keep going. Like I'm very close to the point where I'm going to break through and love it. I didn't really get Pizza Tower, and then I did, and then I loved it, right? Once I kind of understood it. I kind of liked it, and it got me hooked, but then I loved it. Finished Symphony of the Night then. I did last year, dummy. You must be a tourist. How often do you visit the CONEY stream? I did last year on vacation. It was very good. I liked it a lot. That is literally sunk cost fallacy. Okay, I have a real-life example right now of a game that I'm playing. This is a game called Nine Souls, all right? Nine Souls is pitched as a Sekiro, Hollow Knight, kind of mishmash Metroidvania. The world is intriguing, and it's pretty good, but I don't like it. And part of me feels like I'm about to break through and be like, damn, this is awesome. But I just beat a boss. I forget which one it was. It was one of the Souls bosses or whatever, and I hated that fight. Do I keep playing it? The good stuff is good. The bad stuff is very bad. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's a skill issue. And for that reason, and I've never done this before, it's both. You gotta push through a little bit. Have a little conviction. I think Keem was right. You gotta have a little conviction, okay? Give it a chance. All right?
As
First
someone
time
who
in
fucking
history, by the way.
despises Xenoblade 2 with all my heart because I loved the first game so much, people bitch at you for not finishing a game because
Well.
you didn't finish the game, but also bitch at you playing a game you hate. There's no winning.
Actually, never mind. I changed my opinion because I remember when everybody got mad at me for not beating Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2 when both times the games just kept crashing and I couldn't finish it. So actually, you know what? This guy's spitting. Fuck bad games that don't work. I'm not going to play your stupid game. They're like, play it on Dreamcast. You got to play the real version. Okay, never mind. This guy's right. Nope. Quit the bad games. Don't play them. You guys won. You're right. Dreamcast, yes. Some people were telling me to find a Dreamcast and play it. Insane. They were born after the Dreamcast came out, by the way. These people are not older than the Dreamcast. Oh, just find one. Bop. BF Wings. Dude, okay. So I love this one. Inspired by 2XKO. Traditional fighting game inputs like quarter, half circles, charges, etc. are infinitely more intuitive and easier to access in the heat of the moment than special buttons with multiple directions each. 2 years ago, I would have thought this person was out of their goddamn mind. What are you talking about? That's dumb. And yet, it is. But it's not. You're used to it. I think the command inputs are just what you've known all along. Again? No, this one's actually just opinion. You have been programmed into the DP being the anti-air, into the fireball being the quarter circle. It depends on the game, right? But I think that your brain has kind of created this mold that certain things do certain things, right? Tweet author here. I also feel that games with motion inputs are balanced around them. Look at Guile and his command normals that are done while holding back, so much more intuitive. I don't like the practice of saying, hey, I'm the tweet author in chat, because you could just really slander a guy, right? Hey guys, I'm the tweet author and I just pooped my pants and everybody knows about it and I'm a big stupid baby. You could have done that. Somebody could have done that to you. Oh, look at all the tweet authors showing up in chat. I guess this was a group effort. Uh-oh, new report from the tweet author. Tweet author here. I killed a man and do not care who knows it. Cops! BF Wings 55. Police! Police! Right there! He has killed and will kill again! He has no remorse! Confnin. The way power-ups are lost in Mario games is poorly designed. Skilled players are rewarded by the game made even more easy by retaining power-ups, and less skilled players have to play a more difficult game after getting hit once. True. Actually. Interesting. Actual baby made this tweet? No, I mean, okay, if I'm good at Mario, and I have the raccoon tail, I will never fall into a pit. And then I never die, right? Think about it. It's a present for being good. But if I have the Tanuki suit, then I don't have to engage with the level.
In the newer games, you get a super duper power-up if you die enough, though.
Oh, I know. I get those messages a lot in every game I play. I'll die 5 times, and the game is just like, hey, man, you okay? I just keep dying, and the game's like, hey, man, you doing all right? Are you there? Are you at the controller? One day, they're going to make a game that beats it for you, doesn't even ask. Just like, yeah, skip this shit, who cares? And people are going to be mad about it. CONEY, the video game, dude, CONEY's Adventure, if you don't clear the level in 3 tries, it shoots you to the end. Can't wait for CONEY's Adventure. Editor, put up CONEY's Adventure in chat. The editor might not know where to find the screenshot for CONEY's Adventure. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of get this, right? Imagine if you're ass at Mario and you spend the whole time being little Mario. That would suck. But I guess Mario is the most beloved franchise in gaming of all time. So I guess they're doing something right. Scott Steiner, I barely know her. Stupid name. Alan Wake 2 will be remembered as the game of the decade. Not Baldur's Gate 3, not Elden Ring. Those and others are masterpiece games. But Remedy continues to push... No, it won't. It won't. Once Remedy figures out how to make a good video game, they will be unstoppable. I loved Alan Wake 2. I thought it was a marvel of storytelling. It was one of the most creative games I've ever played. Game itself, walk into corners and mash X. It's Resident Evil 2. Oh shit, where's that crank? Walking along walls and mashing the X button. Where's the item? I gotta pick up the item. But what you should play is Control 2. Because the problem here is that Alan Wake gameplay is not fun, but Control is excellent creatively. It's one of the coolest, like, themed games I've ever played. Alan Wake 2 is good. It will not be Game of the Decade. I don't know what will. It feels kind of stupid to make it Elden Ring, right? GTA 6. Well, yeah, it's 2024. Relax. Balatro. Oh, my God. You should play Baldur's Gate 3 instead of Power Washer Simulator. Dude, I finally found peace in my own mind, and you want to wrench that from me. Why would you do that? Dead-ass game? Bro, it's fun. Jay Miller! What did Jay Miller have to say? Modern indie games are too cute. If you make a game made by one guy with a really central idea and mechanic, you're going to get something that has less soul than weird double A's from the early PlayStations that are trying to be too many things. I can't believe you took this bait. It's not bait. I did get a lot about indie games. One, but come on now. You think this is mean to indie devs? He's right, but he shouldn't say it. This is tough because we're comparing different eras, right? This is a weird thing because, like, are you comparing indie boom games to PlayStation AA's? Because there's no contest now then. But if you compare now indie games, and I'm not trying to sound like a boomer, like new game bad, old game good, but I think indie games, despite having higher highs, there's also just a lot more stuff.
Hi guys, my indie game is about anxiety and depression.
Dude, okay, you know what? Name 10 games like that right now. Yeah, exactly. The whole anxiety, depression thing, like the indie game, I think it's a little overstated. There was a time when it happened. Like, did you guys ever play The Park? There's a game called The Park, which is like a theme park walking simulator where you're a mom looking for her kid. Turns out the mom is an alcoholic, and the kid died, and she's coming to grips with it. There are a lot of games like that. And I played that, and I was like, oh, this shit again. I think the depression anxiety bit is overdone, but it was a feeling for, like, 2 years. Anyway, about this guy, I think if you stack up modern indie games, like, the totality of them, if you grabbed a random one off the eShop, it's not gonna be good. We've made them too easy to make, which feels very mean to say because games take so much work and dedication and time that even getting anything off the ground is an achievement. But it doesn't mean it's good. Not like our boy Ritzler, who recently, Ritzler is an old head CONEY fan, 105 months. Ritzler just recently posted, damn, 21,000 likes. Their game, Pseudo Regalia, hit 10,000 reviews and 200 copies sold in a year. Good Lord. Big ups to Ritzler, man. Straight up. Outsold Sony and Concord. The Concord Slayer. Is this a factor opinion? You know what? I hate to say this, and I've never done this before. It's the rare both. It depends on what era. If you pick the indie boom, like the Renaissance, the Golden Age, then yes, you're gonna get good stuff. But now, I don't know. It might be good, might not be. Boom! Jolteon! Indie games collaborating with other titles ruins the charm and fun of each title that it happens in. It feels like when corporate Twitter accounts hop on whatever meme is trending, I don't want an ad for Among Us whenever I open Balatro or Vampire Survivors. Are we really just gonna disagree all night tonight? Are we really just gonna disagree? Are we gonna... I don't feel it this strongly. I think Ruins is too strong, but I do get the aversion to it. It's not both. Well, it is both in Fall Guys. It's different if it's Fall Guys, okay? Like, I don't know, the Balatro with the Dave the Diver or the Among Us, it doesn't really matter, and I guess it's kind of cool or whatever, but I don't know. I like it when games are self-contained. But I guess who cares? It's just card skins. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. I just kind of want to play the game that I'm playing. I want to get reminded of other games. And I'm sure there's probably an option for that, right? You could probably just turn it off. Who cares? What are you guys such good friends for, huh? You should be competing. That guy's taking your money. Cut his throat! You should put Vampire Survivors in Balatro. You should make his game and put it in your game, like Fortnite does. Stop with this kumbaya bullshit. Be capitalists now. I think I've seen, like, didn't Dead Cells, their latest one is like a big collab? Castlevania. Wait, oh, is that in Dead? Dude, Castlevania's in everything now. You see that shit's in Dead by Daylight? As Dracula, as King of Vampires, why would I take a survivor and put them on the fucking hook? Why would you do that? Snack for later. No, you don't get to eat them. The monstrous eldritch being does. Boom. First name, bunch of numbers. There is no possible reason that justifies a 3 to 4 digit price tag purchase of a second monitor. Alt-tab, you wasteful spendthrifts. Bait, blatant 2. Okay, that if I said true to this, you could call me a contrarian, right? What if I said yes? What if I agreed? What if I said this was true? If I called you all wasteful because you had 2 monitors. My ass got 3. So do I. You guys live on my 3rd monitor. I don't know how people do it, man.
I literally have this jackass on my 2nd monitor. This chatter is dumb.
Yeah, actually, you need to buy the 2nd monitor for me, so I have a place to live. I don't want to live in the taskbar. You hit minimize window. No! Yeah, I gotta live on your 2nd monitor, okay? I'm over here living in my little hidey hole. Thank you so much for letting me exist. What you got? What you playing over there? What you got? What game are you playing? You playing with friends? Anybody doing Fortnite? Which side are you... Wait, what side are you guys on? What is that guy doing? Oh! Not during Fact or Opinion. Oh. Oh! Teletubby. With the recent announcement of Retro GameStop selling old video games, maybe consoles too, I don't know. I feel that emulation is a better route in terms of nostalgia. Unless you collect old stuff, it's not the best place to shop there due to prices. Okay, it's literally just for collectors. Dude, emulation has always been there. Things didn't change. It's not like this GameStop thing updated and it's like, uh-oh, I guess I gotta emulate now. It's been around forever, man. You could have been emulating for a decade, dude. CONEY, I'm going to start emulating your stream. Good luck. I'm going to have the scariest anti-piracy screen you've ever seen. This is the CONEY stream when you try to when you get the pirated version. I feel like the GameStop thing didn't change anything unless it takes over all the mom and pop stores. Do they even exist? Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of old, like, you know, retro game stores or whatever, depending on where you live, but they usually charge way too much. Emulation has always been there. The GameStop thing doesn't change anything. If you were going to pirate, you were going to pirate anyway. I like having the physical thing. I don't know why. I think I just like the art. It's nice to have a shelf of it, you know? I got a shelf right there of all my stuff. It's cool. Collecting is cool. I wouldn't say that. Oh, if I would go that far. Oh, it's the last one. Ginger says, bad video games deserve to be put in collections just as much as good video games. I saw so many people who were annoyed that they included Capcom Fighting Evolution over other games that are more deserving because it's bad. Yeah, no, this one's true. This one's true no matter how bad the game is because it deserves to exist. However, does it deserve to exist with, you know, save states and rewinds and stuff like we talked about earlier? Because then you're changing the vision. I don't know. Maybe it should just be there warts and all, because then let's say that it gets in the collection and it has save states and rewinds and people are like, wow, this game is actually good. Even if it wasn't ever good. Even if the game was always bad, but it gets good because you have save states, people are going to misremember the game. What if it's Earthbound? Exactly. What if it's Earthbound? Everybody psyops himself into thinking it's a good game. Now that's bait. I couldn't say that out of good conscience. That was stupid. I think that including the bad stuff is fun because then you get an option that's silly, right? You play with a bunch of friends, you play all the good stuff. It's like, hey, let's play Capcom Fighting Evolution. What the hell is Red Earth? It's also part of, like, the time, right? It's like capturing this moment, this era, warts and all. I think that's really cool. Okay, yeah, this is true. I like bad games and we should play them and they should be saved just as much as the good ones. What do you think? Do you guys like bad games? Comment below. I didn't ask you to subscribe the whole time and now we're here at the end and now it's a little weird if you don't, right? It's a little awkward if you don't. You watch the whole thing and it's free. That would be kind of weird if you didn't subscribe and like. I'm not trying to guilt you. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Right? They want you to do it too. You don't want to let all them down. There's 1,800 people in here. They'd be so mad at you. I'm going to tell them to come find you if you don't subscribe. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.